Hi, welcome to Mystic Frequency. I'm Lisa and I'll be your collective tarot reader here today on February 26, 2026. But no matter when this reading finds you, especially if it's much further down the road, your guides, your ancestors, and your divine creator is trying to bring a message specifically from someone that has currently left this lifetime, this world, left the physical realm, if you will. And I felt called to do this reading because I had a friend that recently lost someone that was really close to them. And I did originally have a plan to go ahead and do a pick a pile reading for people who would like to have a message from someone that they may have lost. But today I wanted to go ahead and get a reading out there into the collective. So that way, if you do feel like the person you were thinking of is here in this moment, you will be able to receive that message. I'm going to be using charms, the Scrabble tiles that I have over here, and the animal spirit guides, just to kind of like help me tune into this energy and if there's anything that they would like to share with you today. Now, I'm going to go ahead and talk about the rest of my normal disclaimers and stuff. But if you want to go ahead and jump into the reading where the timestamps will be in the description, you are more than welcome to. And then I'll see you when we are there, though. But first of all, if today is your birthday or, honestly, I will say this person wants you to understand how special you are, and they want you to be able to celebrate, even if this is not your birthday today. Celebrate as if it were, so that way you feel, that accomplishment. They want you to acknowledge when you do make a trip around the world, or when you finish something, you achieve something, you maybe kick a bad behavior out the door, if I can even speak. I'm sorry if it sounds like I'm a little tired. I just got done videotaping the March reading, so my mind is kind of all over the place, but I wanted to make sure I had a message to deliver today for my collective. And I can't reveal professional advice, but I can share personal experiences. I understand what it's like to lose someone that you were close to, losing a friend, losing an aunt, losing anyone in your life that you looked up to, or someone that you found that they were your source of communication when you wanted to speak to someone. And the instant you lose that kind of like that physical communication contact, it can leave you in a void, if you will. So please take what resonates. And if you feel like your person is not here, or if it sounds like someone you know's specific loved one, you are more than welcome to share this message with them, so that way they can get a little bit of closure and be able to move in the direction that they would like to, especially if this has been affecting them. And everybody deals with death differently, and there is no set amount of time on how to go through the motions, grief, and the last thing you want is for someone to tell you you need to get over this, you need to move on. And that's not me, guys. I'm not going to tell you like this is what you should do. What I'm telling you today is specifically what is your guide saying? How are they checking in on you, and what message they have? But without further ado, let me go ahead and get into this reading before I completely go in a different direction. So these three cards that are here, this first card is who is with you. Then this is their message, and then how they are currently helping you, even though they are not here. Now, this, you can either take some of the names that are in this card, or maybe they were attached to a specific angel, and that is one way they are going to be represented. Or you are going to, maybe feel something that was like their energy, like how they were as a person. Now, remember, this is a collective reading, so there's going to be a lot of different types of energy coming in here. So don't be worried if you don't pick up something that, doesn't even sound like this person. You could have a ancestor that is much louder than this person, and they don't know how to wait their turn in order for you to get a specific message from someone. But I will say, if you do want to have a personal reading done, I do personal readings, so if you want something that is more tailored to you, so that way we can channel in on a specific person, then I am more than happy to do that. But I'm going to go ahead and talk about this energy that is currently with you. So we have Zaina. Zaina is one of those guides who is currently with your loved one in this moment, because your loved one had similar energies that Zaina had. Zaina says you are protected from all types of harm. The worst is now behind you. I ask you to feel safe and relax. So your person wants you to feel safe and protected presently and in the future, because they are going to continue to be that force field, if you will, to prevent anyone from coming in and harming you, or potentially putting you in the exact same position they may have been in. They are surrounding your emotions that are tied to the past, and they are healing them to help prevent any kind of further trauma. So anything that you may try, that you think about, and all of a sudden you find that you can't recall it, or you're just not able to really access a part of that any longer. Worry and fear tend to dissolve before you can acknowledge them as well. So if you are a little confused or worried if you are honoring them in the right way, or expressing, this grief with, normal emotions that you would normally see when someone is passed, there is a reason why you are not feeling any of those things. So they are basically coming in and taking your emotions from you. So people who, and I can honestly say, in my case, when my grandparents passed away, I did not get to grieve them in a normal way. It was like I was prevented from doing so, and everyone else around me was like, I can honestly say I don't think I really seen my family and my siblings really experience, those big emotions where you have these uncontrollable cries where you can't do anything with them. So your guide is working with your person, and basically your person is saying, I've got to prevent them from really letting their emotions affect them, because it could hurt them. Like, they are so scared that your tears are going to literally hurt you. It's like you see them as water and you are thinking something is wrong with you, and they are like, they feel like your tears are swords, and they are worried about you at all costs hurting yourself with your own tears, and they don't want you to think that you need to have this big grieving session solely for them. They spend a lot of good time with you. I don't know if y'all ever spent time with each other on a porch, or if you were someone that you tend to go out with this person, and you were just out and about, but this person they are there. They are watching for any self-sabotaging behaviors, and they are helping you focus on something else in this moment. So anytime you try to think about them and then you find that you stop thinking about them, that's a major sign here that they don't want you to be hung up on them. They want you to think of them like in another way. They want you to remember how they lived their life rather than how they died ultimately. And if they brought you a sense of peace of mind alive, they're going to continue to do so now. They want you to continue to feel secure and, they are someone you can still communicate with. And, they are thinking of you just as much as you are thinking of them. And they will show up around you. You'll feel them in your home, around your family. You'll feel them in your vehicles and workplace. And they're just making sure that there's no lower energy that can possibly, get to you without having to go through them first. And they just want you to relax and enjoy yourself. When they see you smile, that is when they smile the most. And it's like anytime you start, you're trying to cry, and then they bring you a memory about something really funny that y'all may have done together. And then you're like, stop it. I need to get this off my chest. And they were like, I'm already off your chest. What are you talking about? I'm everywhere around you. And I just want you to feel safe. I want you to feel protected. I want you to feel as if I've still got your back, even if I'm not physically here. But the Moonology card, so their energy is, don't let pride get in your way. When you need help, when you want to feel secure, don't worry. They will come wherever you are, just so that way they can be there for you. And they want you to be, be raw with yourself. Be honest with yourself. And if you don't feel like being around others in a public light, you don't have to pretend to be around others. And you don't have to have shame for, not being able to work through, these emotions. And they're here to kind of like just really help you find ways to express yourself in a healthy way. That is one of the biggest things here, is finding a way to express yourself in a healthy way that doesn't prevent you from living your life. And their affirmation that they have is, I am patient and understanding. They are very patient and they understand. They know what you are going through, and they want you to have just as much patience and understanding for yourself during this time more than anything. The 3 animal spirit guides that are coming through, and this can either be animals that they may show up in, or you may see their artwork, or they may even, they want you to kind of look at the symbolism behind each of these animals that we're going to look at today. So this person was very wise. They had a lot of knowledge, and they were a source of comfort for, y'all may hear sirens going off in the background. I live down the road where it goes straight to a hospital. But, one of the things that they want you to, do is let your head and mind reach the stars still, especially when you are wanting to gain access to something that you don't know a lot of. They can be that source of information for you. And while you are trying to connect with this person, they want you to make sure that you are still grounded and on the earth, and to just really listen to any kind of wisdom that your soul is bringing to you presently. And they also want you to know that your ancestors are speaking through you, and you already know quite a bit about this person. You already know the things that you need to know. But your ancestors, it's like you are thinking of this person, but you have a line of ancestors that are they are waiting and willing to come in the instant that you ask for help. So please don't let your pride get in the way, and ask for the help or guidance that you need. And the coyote this is someone who had the ability to reveal any kind of truth that needed to be revealed. They were able to sense when someone was lying, and they know when you are lying to yourself. And they don't want you to take things too seriously, and they want you to find times to play. And the more that you laugh, especially when you do make mistakes, or, you do things and you're like, oh my gosh, I feel like a fool. They want you to be able to laugh about those things. This person may not have, they may tend to have made a joke about a lot of things in their life, but, they found ways to help other people laugh. And, look at any kind of trap or trick that you may find yourself in. And rather than, being upset when, things, don't go your way, learn from those mistakes, learn from them, learn from the people who take advantage of you. But they are they're very smart and they're very wise. Now, over here, we're going to talk about the specific message that they have to give you in this moment. So we have Archangel Raphael. I am helping you heal physical challenges in yourself and others. You are a healer like me. Now, this person was someone who could naturally heal a person just by being around their presence, and they felt that about you. The fact that they are with Archangel Raphael as well is just a big indicator that you have this healthy force field around you, but you have like this infinite health that is being pumped into you right now in order to take care of your body and its needs. But they want you to continue to focus on your health right now, and to think about, their health, how their health was, and how you can use them as an example for if they could go back in time and do things a little bit differently, how would they have done it? Would they have told you, I probably would have put more emphasis on what I was putting into my body, how I was nourishing my body. But when you see like emerald green light or the color green, that is them literally coming in and kind of letting you know that they are trying to provide some healing for you. Or if you notice that there is green that someone else is wearing, they're probably wanting you to, maybe rather than focus on that's another way to kind of like focus on something else, is how can you provide a little bit of healing for someone else. Now, when St. Patrick's Day comes up and everybody is wearing green, and this is why I think they may be very funny, is they're like, I hope you heal the crap out of everyone. But they are here to just bring attention to your thoughts and feelings. Like, they want you to pay attention to those things and study all sorts of different ways in which you can heal the mind and body and even spirit, even, if you will, and see if there's something that works for you, and not try to do what works for just one specific person, but think about what would help you. And by you researching those different kinds of skill sets, or even, there's holistic healing, if you're someone that's been thinking about investigating in all the herbs and flowers and the benefits and the properties, or creating your own healing rituals, if you will. But find what works for you and your body during this time, because they can see that it is taking an impact on you. And they want you to make sure that you are getting rest, that you are eating your meals and getting the necessary vitamins. I'm hearing vitamins now. Make sure you're taking your vitamins. Your presence was very healing to them, and they want you to continue to heal others. And they will be here the instant you need help, always. And that's the biggest message they want you to understand. They will be here the instant you call them. The affirmation they have is, I am liberated. They are no longer, if they were in a state of no longer being in control of their spirit or their body, they are now liberated and can now move in different ways than they could have before. And they want you to see that as a positive here, that nothing is holding them back from, being wherever they want to be, as, as they are in this different realm. The Moonology they say adjustments are currently required. And so this, I'm telling you, like, they have this x-ray vision and they're looking at your body right now. And they see that there are certain adjustments that you could be making in your life to prolong it or kind of alleviate any kind of issues that may have been causing you problems. And they want you to find ways to liberate yourself even too. They don't want, and how do I say this? Your body is a tool and it's only as good as how you use it. So use it wisely. The animal cards, these are other messages and other ways in which they can show up. So we have the sea turtle, so protection. They want you to find life's natural flow, and they want you to be in harmony with the rhythm and trust that your path will unfold. And as long as you were willing to persevere and really believe that you will be successful no matter which direction you take. But you have everything you need to be protected and happy here. And I love that because they are in a different realm. Not only do they have access to your past, they have access to your present and future. And they want you to see that. They can see how protected and happy you are. And they want you to go ahead and, take this step, take this leap of faith. And so we have an elephant here. They understood that love was your strength, and they really did see that you had a leader in you and want you to really, be a leader of your path, your wisdom. We have another card that talks about wisdom here. They seen you just as wise as they were, and they believed that your wisdom was very inspiring, especially to anyone that you may come across. And, even if you were to come across a problem, you would be able to, rise up and over it. You would find a solution. You would look towards this person and say, how would they deal with this obstacle or this situation? And, you're going to be able to achieve success very naturally and easily. They can see that for you. And then we have owl, choose to know the truth because you can. So we have revealer of truth here. The instant this message is here for you, know that you have the truth because you can. Choose it. Open your inner vision. If you can see through deception, they could see through deception. So if something doesn't feel right, then something's not right. And they want you to let go of the past and make room for a better life. Actually rise up. Let, magic and wisdom be your birthright today. Now, this card over here is how they are actually working with you. They are working with you in a whole different amount of ways, from making you feel safe to making sure that you are healing your body, and you are also seeing that you can also heal others because you did that for them. But one of the ways that they are with you is, or how they are helping you, is they are trying to help you find the most abundance in your life. So Serena is, I am the angel of abundance. You will receive the money that you need, and God is in charge of how that will happen. Have faith. So if you have struggled with money, if you have had a sense of lack in your life, or this person not being in your life has brought that sense of lack, you feel something is missing, they want you to understand that they are trying to provide even more abundant opportunities to you. They are trying to bring people into your life that, that have that same kind of energy, that want to help you ground. All they ask is, don't worry about the how. Don't question it when you find something, someone comes up to you and hands you a random bill of money, don't question it. They're really thinking about how you can be more financially stable, because they see that that may have been something you were stressed about, was how am I going to afford my bills? How am I going to be able to afford all these different life changes that I have going on? And now they are personally, they're the first ones in line where they are like, I've got someone I need to hook up right now. Please let me bless them. They need to be blessed. Let me give them blessings. I promise you they deserve it. They deserve to have these blessings. And so don't let pride get in your way if you need a little bit of help. the instant that you start asking, saying, hey, I need to either get an advancement on my paycheck, or I need to get a raise of some sort, the instant that you have the courage to ask for that, that is them with you, holding your hand, so that way you feel courage to do so. The affirmation that they have is, I am abundant and so are you. You will be abundant. And the moonology is, luck is on your side. This person, you may have had a lot of, instances where you were very lucky, couldn't understand why you were lucky. It felt like anytime you were with them, you won the lottery. But this person says that luck is on your side, and they are continuing to provide that for you as well. And the self-love oracle, because I almost missed this. So I know I didn't read this one, but I do want to kind of talk about this. But close your eyes, place a hand on your cheek, say to yourself, you are so loved. That is them telling you this. That is them personally telling you, you are so loved. Even if they're not here, you are so loved. And the last animal guide coming through, intuitive. This is how they are helping you, is by helping you listen to your intuition, to listen to a specific song that your soul has been singing. And, trust that you do have a way of knowing things. And when, life is busy, find ways to create more places of solitude in your life, so that way you can listen to what you need to. But recognize that you are unique and that you are loved. That's why I had to read that, because they want to keep reminding you how loved you are. And this is pyrite, guys. If you don't have pyrite, I recommend y'all getting this crystal. This crystal I enjoy having. I prefer it rather than real gold. And it's beautiful. It has this shine in it. And it really does make you feel as if you are energized and can tackle anything. But pyrite is luck, prosperity, and success. The gold standard when it comes to crystals. Pyrite attracts abundance, wealth, and prosperity, known as fool's gold. Pyrite encourages you to follow your dreams and envision your desires. Manifesting powers are high with this crystal is at play. Pyrite has that spark. Literally, pyrite can create fire when struck against another stone or metal, and is believed to contain the element of fire in its core. Pyrite also acts as a powerful protector, shielding you from negativity and protecting the integrity of your aura. Strike fast and don't look back, with Mars in Leo, guys. Oh my goodness. This person may have liked fire as well. But let me go ahead and talk about these charms that I felt called to bring today. So this little charm right here, they may have had cats, goats, whatever the case may be, but this symbolizes Capricorn energy. They are wanting you to continue to focus on your goals and finding things that are achievable, that make you, that do make you happy. And, when you start to feel it as if you no longer have a sense of purpose, they are going to show up, so that way they can remind you to find things that are more respecting of your time, because they have a lot of respect to you, and they still do now. And, when people try to, get on your bad side, they'll be willing to kind of give you the courage to show the horns and be able to stand your ground when you need to. The other thing this reminds me of, it makes me think of the Devil card, and which Capricorn does, that's one of its placements in tarot, is with the Devil card. So make sure to understand that you may feel as if you have something choking you. You may feel as if you have some kind of chain around you that is unbreakable, but you are always able to leave and exit any kind of situation or circumstance that you feel no longer serves you. And this can talk about any kind of bad habit, any kind of addiction. This, and now addictions can talk about, your thoughts, even like, what thoughts do you have, do you tend to find that you gravitate towards that do not serve you? They want you to think about any kind of when your inner critic comes in, and the fact that they are going to come in and fight that inner critic, so that way you can see how deserving you truly are to them. Now that I have this in my hand, they want you to continue to focus on your divine feminine energy, or, being more feminine, being more in the flow, being able to create, being able to nurture and nourish, the parts of you that deserve to be taken care of, and not let someone try to choke this energy. This is a fossil, so I don't know if they liked dinosaurs or anything, but this makes me think of, this is how far back they are willing to go to make sure that anything you want to keep buried stays buried. They also say that there's something in your environment that they're wanting you to go through, maybe dust off and look at in a different way, and try to see that there is value from being able to pull wisdom in some of the oldest places possible. Old wisdom, old healing things. This is a hook, and they want you to see if there's anything that may have a hook on you, or even if, when things become very serious and you just want some time to, connect with your inner child, even, because this makes me think of Peter Pan and the hook. If you've been adulting for far too long, now's the time to see if, you can let your imagination go and let it run free for you. This is a clam. So one thing they want you to know is how precious you are, and the fact that they don't want to let any kind of irritant come in and affect you from being able to grow into this pearl right here. And, your pearl is on the outside of this clam, but they are, like I said, they are trying to protect you, shield you, and, make you feel precious. That's really the biggest thing, is they want you to feel precious. And so anytime this actually came out in the reading that I just uploaded today, they're always going to be with you at your table when you're eating, and they're going to make sure that you have deserving people who are meant to do that. Normally this would show up during like a Hierophant card, but they want you to focus on, what do you identify with? Who is deserving to be in your energy? And, not settle for less, not change who you are. Accept yourself, accept your identity, accept how you live your life and how you go about in society here. And then this last charm here is, this makes me think of obsidian. It's like an old style ring, but it's very, it's a promise to protect you. A promise to ensure that you will continue to feel grounded and stable while you are going about your life. And anytime that you need a reminder, this is another good stone to have, so that way you can feel their presence with you. Now these words over here, I don't know what we're going to spell, and normally I already have something spelled, but I kind of want my listeners to kind of, post office. Okay, be sure to check your mail for anything that may be coming in. It may not be something from them, but they do say they want you to make sure that you're able to receive your packages. And okay, let me see. So I have a blank tile here. Notice where when your thoughts become very blank, or when you're thinking about something and then all of a sudden they become blank. Anytime you think of something negative, that is when they're going to come in and try to usher it out the door. That is them thinking. I'm hearing powwow. Powwow. I think that's a Native American thing, where you do Native American dances. What else? If y'all see anything in these letters here, maybe there are initials here to let you know specifically who this is. The other thing is like maybe you see a word that I don't see. And you can always put that in the comments below. Questions and answers. So I do feel like any question you have, you're going to receive an answer for it. And it just may come in an familiar way. Pan? Oh, Peter Pan. Okay. Yes. There may be a message for you if you were to watch any of the Peter Pans. I did just like, as soon as I said Peter Pan, there is the one that has Robin Williams in it. That would, they have a message specifically there for you in that movie alone. I heard plan your week out. Plan your week out. If you have been living on autopilot, now's the time to kind of plan it out. I heard pie. You deserve a piece of pie. Or they're basic. Okay. A slice is coming your way, guys. That's really what I got from that. I don't know. There's, normally I don't do this. Work. They are with you at work. I will say that. Reward yourself. That's what I'm hearing. You deserve to eat your slice of cake too in this life. So if you've been holding back, don't hold back on their behalf. Maybe eat something that was their favorite thing to eat. That's really what they want you to do. They can't enjoy it now, but you can enjoy it for them, and that's what they want you to do. Kin. Something kin to you. That may be Southern. What's kin to you? I don't know. This is... kind to yourself. Be kind to yourself. Oh, pine. If you smell pine scents, or if you're in the woods, that's a great time to connect with them. They are not in pain. I did hear that. They don't need a cane. Heard KOA. So if you don't know what a KOA is, it's this place where you can go camping. And my mom and her boyfriend, they tend to go on a trip, and I actually do enjoy KOAs. So I do feel like they're wanting you to maybe plan a trip, plan your week out, plan a trip. Pin. Oh, I'm seeing two things. Write what you need to pin down. So that way it's one way to kind of like help you with your mind. But if you see anything at all besides what I was able to spell today, please let me know in the comments. But I really hope this has helped you in some way be able to connect to whoever this is and be able to receive the message that they want to give you. And, I'm always going to be here, guys. And they are too. That's what I heard. I think that came through me, but I meant to say they're always going to be here for you. If you enjoyed seeing content like this and you do want to see me do more videos like this where I help you channel, you are more than welcome to let me know. But guys, I hope y'all have a blessed day. I really do.